What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the trade I ended up taking for the day. Again, today I ended up shorting due to the fact that we were bearish. So yeah, so let's kind of go over this bias. So I put good morning, come in today, I'm bearish. We have a 4-hour CRT high, target is now CRT low. That low is on the session low. The only thing that I don't like about this is the 4-hour inverse to the upside, so we might be bullish. So I'm going to wait for more displacement. If not, the 4-hour unfilled SIBI might be target. So again, as you can see, we have 4-hour CRT high, London session low is again a prominent low. Why? Because we're clearly bearish, 4-hour intermediate term right here. So I don't want to really be longing because it doesn't make sense to long yet. But if we didn't get the displacement lower, again, what can I see happening? This gap get mitigated. That's what I can see happening. But I was okay, like this hourly still holding, and we formed this 5-minute and 15-minute bearish breaker. This high essentially should be a protected high. So I want to see more displacement through these lows down here, and then we can catch a continuation to London session low. So again, I want to see a close below, and then a tab back in, and then continuation. Again, that's exactly what ended up happening on market open, right? But again, it's not my model. I want to see a tab back in and then an inversion back down. We created this 5-minute, so I want to see us tap into the 5-minute and then a 1-minute inversion back down. That's what I wanted to see, but I didn't get that, and that is completely fine. But again, it goes to show that it ends up working. What the fuck is this? Bro's getting banned. All right, my bad. Just wanna, bro, it's like scammers all the time. It's weird. So yeah, again, off open, market ended up just dumping. So I was like, all right, bet, like, let's see what happens. This 4-hour inverse, I was like, all right, perfect. So prices clearly want to go lower to this next 4-hour intermediate term low. So essentially, when 10 a.m. opened, we opened higher, and I like to trade with ranges, right? And I recently have been not trading my best due to the fact that I've been just had a goal in mind about like my monthly goal and how much I want to be making. But again, it's okay to set goals for yourself, but you cannot let it reflect on the charts. Like, you have to accept the fact that, okay, you're gonna be up in your size, so therefore you're gonna have to be more patient, and you might miss out some moves, and it doesn't matter what other people are doing. You and your trading is the only thing that matters. That's the reason why I got to the place where I'm at in my trading now, where I can pass funded and damn. Sorry, excuse me. I'm in a place where in my trading where I'm at right now, and I'm in my live accounts, and yeah, again, all glory goes to God. But that's the reason why I'm doing a lot better now, because I'm trusting and surrendering to God and to my setup, and that's the main reason. So coming in with a different intention can easily skew your vision on the charts, and I feel like my intention has been the same. And I was kind of scared of like, oh, okay, I want to make sure my intentions don't change. And on Monday, I proved it to myself that my intentions did not change. On Tuesday, I proved it to myself. But I got FOMO, right? I got FOMO, and it kind of skewed my perspective onto the chart. So, yeah. So 10 a.m. ended up opening higher into this 5-minute. And there was a 30-second, but again, why did I look at the 30-second when I shouldn't have? There's no range. There's nothing here, right? Yes, 10 a.m. opening higher, but I don't know how high we want to go up to. So this trade right here, this trade idea shouldn't have even mattered to me, right? But it did, and it ended up leading to me taking up a long 2 equal highs that was just mid, and that is the truth. So again, sweep of sell side here inside of this hourly gap. So let me just kind of put this over here. We ended up sweeping here, and then there was a 1-minute IFEG, right? Again, not 1 minute, sorry, 30-second, I believe, 15-second IFEG to these equal highs that I want to see get taken. Again, in the grand scheme of things, this is a mechanical trade. It's not the worst, but it's not how I personally choose to trade. I want everything to look undeniably clear. Like this, I haven't taken a bad trade like this in such a long time, where again, not everything is aligning. Yeah, this is not bad, but to me, it's just not worthy of me taking it. Like, if we're so bearish and price is dumping and 10 a.m. is opening higher, we don't have to rebalance. We can easily leave those equal highs and then just keep dumping. So it's like, to me, it's just not a good trade, and that's on me. Like, yes, it could have worked, yes, for sure, but it's not something I should have taken. So I ended up losing here, whatever, and then that's when I told myself, I'm like, damn, bro, like, I'm really just not doing my best right now, and that's fine. And I accepted the fact. In this moment, I was like, all right, like I might just kind of get off here. And I was like, all right, you know what? We're close to this 4 hour. I'm gonna wait to see if this 5 minute gets tapped in, and I'll take a short from there. Continuation, and that's it. I'll call it a day. And that's exactly what price ended up doing, because I saw my model. I was like, okay, I have my range here. I have equilibrium, higher time frame PD rate, my order block. 10 a.m. is opening higher. I want to see a continuation. So price tapped into this key level, 3-minute IFEG'd, and then this is where I went wrong again, I feel like. And again, this is my personal opinion. As soon as the 3-minute inverse, I feel like this is just not the best short because it's too deep of a displacing inversion. Whenever it has a CISD like this, I should wait for it to tap back in. That's just a rule of mine that I have, and it's just something I should have done. In the moment, I didn't do it, and the reason I didn't do it is because I had FOMO, and that's just the simple truth. I had FOMO, and I was like, damn, like I haven't caught a trade all week. Yesterday, I should have caught a banger trade, and I didn't. And then today, like I made a mistake, and I was like, fuck, like I just really don't want to miss out on this trade. And that's the simple truth, right? The reason I say is because I take accountability in my trading and I improve, right? These are things that happen. Where it's like, oh, I could have waited for it to tap back in. Is it a big deal? No, but these are things that you have to acknowledge so you can improve, right? It's like making a mistake where it's just like you like drop something, or like let's say you're carrying too many things at the same time because you're in a rush and you end up dropping something breaks. You're like, oh fuck, you're upset. You're like, damn, I ended up breaking that. Maybe next time I shouldn't rush so much. I should chill out, right? In the grand scheme of things, your intentions might be good. Like, all right, you're following your rules, but you're also focused on rushing. You're not doing things the right way. And same thing here. I'm rushing. I'm not doing things the right way. I'm focused on my intentions to kind of get it done, get it over with, make money and get it over with and be fast and done for the day. And that's just not the best way to trade. So again, I know this, and in lifetime I was like, damn, I want to wait for the CISD. And I didn't wait for the CISD because I felt like, damn, we're so bearish. Price could immediately just kind of go to TP. And again, I still would hit a 1-to-1 here, right? But it's just, again, like I said, not the best. So whatever, I ended up taking this trade, and my stop loss was at this breakaway gap due to the fact that I felt like price was just so bearish here. So that's another reason why I didn't feel like I needed to wait, because I just felt like it was so bearish. So regardless, it was still going to be a 1-to-1. So, but yeah, it's just a rule of mine. So I ended up taking this short, and I made all my money back plus more because I ended up going heavier on this trade. But yeah, again, not the worst thing in the world. It's not, again, what happened here is not bad. It's just again, I've been having a rough few days mentally. Again, on the week, I'm really green on the week. You know, like not insanely green because again, I haven't even taken trades. But I also have, again, if I haven't taken trades, I'm not red either. So it's just it's just mentally. I feel mentally exhausted this week because I haven't performed my best. I haven't let go of potential trades. I haven't fully submitted and accepted the process of my trading. And that's what has skewed my trading. And my how do I say, like, it has fogged me up, and it hasn't been the best. It hasn't been the fun. The fun is to trade recently. I've been in my own little bubble. But yeah, after this, I let it go. Everything is good. Overall, again, this is the only trade we ended up taking on the day after this. Yeah, we took a dumb loss here, and then we made it back with a very good win. So, yeah, with that being said, again, let me know how you guys did. This is me just taking accountability. That not every single day. There's going to be some weeks that are harder than others. Last week, I ended up taking 2 trades. I made $3K last week. I did really good. This week, I've only taken one. Like, I took 1 PM session trade. No, I took 1 trade on Monday, break even. And then in the PM and Asia session, I took 1 trade. And I lost $100. And then I didn't trade after that. It was just break even. I took a trade in the PM session yesterday. I wanted to take a trade in the PM session. While I was at the U.S. Open, I was playing. I was watching people play tennis, and I didn't have enough Wi-Fi, so the trade ended up leaving without me. It would have been a banger. I would have made another like 6K probably, but whatever. Yeah, this is the things that you just kind of get over. You just move on. It's not that big of a deal, and that's it. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this trade recap. I'm gonna make a psychology video and just talk about more like in depth of what truly matters in trading. and what has helped me see what I've seen the most progress in. But I'm gonna make it. I don't know when. Maybe I'll make it later today, or maybe I'll make it in the future, depending how I feel. But again, yeah, this is the video. Just to, like, before to end the video, for those of you that want to have a mental reset, I'm gonna show you guys how I have a mental reset and like kind of like what I do to just recalibrate. So that's so when I recalibrate, I look at I look at my losing days, and I look at what caused me to take a loss, and I correlate it to like what I did today that messed me up. So for example, this is when I lost my live account like about almost a month ago. The only thing is, again, from now on, I need to keep following my rules. I'm like, what did I put? After I got my payout, I continue to follow my rules. I just had bad use of context. Price wasn't the cleanest as I should have. I should have waited for a few minor things, and I made a few minor mistakes that could be fixed. From now on, I will only focus on trading the daily profile in a mechanical trade, or a continuation, or a market maker buy or sell model. Again, this was a continuation short. I was trading the daily profile. This is continuation to the daily low, right? So only thing is not to trade when there are two PD rates against each other. For example, bullish and bearish, unless there's a clean daily profile. Also, if trading continuation, displacement has to be clean. The market's humbled me, but we are bouncing back, right? So again, another thing I like to do is focus on my intentions coming into every single day. So what is a job as a trader, right? Focus on the process. Make sure you have good risk management. And whenever you feel like your triggers are there, you feel anxious, lower your risk. So like, for example, tomorrow, I don't want to be risking $750. I want to risk anywhere from like $350, maybe $500 more on the 350 side, right? So that's something I'm aware of, right? Because I haven't had the best week mentally, right? Performance wise, I've barely even traded, so it doesn't even matter. I've taken like 3 trades this week. So yeah, but I know I've realized I've been a little bit more emotional. I've been focused on things that I shouldn't be focused on, and I've been rushing. I need to trust myself, trust my edge, and focus on my process, because that's the only thing that matters. At the end of the day, the only person that is making money is me. Like, in my trading, the only person that matters is me. Why? Because I am the one placing the trades. I am the one that's making the money. I am the one that's losing the money. So it doesn't matter what other traders are doing. If they're winning, good for them. If they're losing, good for them. It doesn't matter. They are in their own process, and it doesn't matter. So all these other, again, I promise you guys, like, if you put yourself in that perspective, like how I put myself at times, I just look at other trades, I'm like, oh, we're all the same. It doesn't matter. I look at every trader out there. I don't put them on a pedestal. There's times, though, that I compare myself, and that is a bad thing that I do. There's times where I'm like, oh, is this person potentially taking this trade? But I don't like this trade, but like they might take it and they win a lot, and it's like, why am I thinking like that? Doesn't matter what they do. Doesn't matter if they're taking that trade or not, because just because that person may be winning doesn't mean they're gonna take another winning trade, right? And you're betting on another person instead of betting on yourself, and that just says a lot, right, about you. And that's something that says a lot about me, right? And it goes to what? I don't trust myself at times, and that's bad, right? But these are things you learn as a trader the more you go. And there's just people out there that just won't admit the truth, but this is the truth. This is what traders say, and this is the truth about the traders. So, like I said, like, just stay on your own lane, stay process focused, and do you, right? So coming in for the rest of the week, I'm letting go of all the negative energy, all the little like petty FOMO shit that it's in my heart, that I feel like, oh, but I don't want to miss out on this trade, and then I feel like this pity on myself. I don't know why I said petty. I meant to say pity. All this pity on myself and feel like bad and just like, oh, I should have done this, and this is bitch ass mentality, right? It's like, yo, look, I know I want to get a certain amount of money every month, but it's gonna be a ratio, again, a average around. You have to round up the number, right? So I accepted that I want to do that and that I'm striving for that, but at the same time, I know I'm going to get there by following my rules. All I have to do is up my size a little bit on A+ setups. That's it. Nothing has changed, though. Other than that, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. So I am aware. I'm like, okay, Monday, Fridays are winning days that are winning. They're just risking $200 on an A+ setup, or just continuation setup, something chill. So just so I can like lock in the winning days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I want to up my size anywhere from 350 to 500 to 750. Right now, again, and that's what I did today. I ended up taking a trade. I upped my size to like $750, $800, right? Which is again a lot, and I shouldn't have, because I'm clearly not in the right mental headspace. But again, I followed my rules. I did the right thing, so I was just like, you know what, fuck it, we're going for it, and boom. And I didn't feel anything. I realized that I was just so emotional over the fact that I missed out on potential trades from Monday and yesterday. So I need to chill the fuck out. I know it's only 2 days, and that's fine. Again, I promise you guys, like these other traders out there that make a shit ton of bread on a month-to-month basis, they have bad days too. They might have 2 bad days where they're just like, bro, let me lock the fuck in. And they do, right? So same thing with me. Let me lock the fuck in. You as well, lock in and do what you do best, right? Trust yourself, trust your edge, trust the daily profile. If there's nothing there that you don't like, if there's nothing that you like and you're not willing to actually trade it, don't take it. And that's it. It's over. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm grateful for again, in the grand scheme of things, I'm green on the week. I secured a winning day. I know I barely traded this week, but whatever. I'm healthy. I get to trade. I know the skill of trading. I'm grateful for the skill of trading. And this week has just been a little rough. Tomorrow, let's end the week strong. On Thursday, again, tomorrow's Thursday. Let's end the week strong. Again, if I take a trade, good. If I don't, even better. I don't care. I'm here to just do the right thing. I'm going to be focusing more on the $350 to $500 range. And then we're going to go for a banger trade. If there is one, there is one. If there isn't, there isn't. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'm here to improve and do what I do best. And that is trading, right? Being process focused, following my rules. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it happen. Anything I've ever set my mind on, I've accomplished, right? So I told myself this year was going to be the year that I get my payout. And I got 2 payouts. And this is the year I'm going to end up passing multiple fundeds. And I am passing multiple fundeds. And I'm actually, so I'm going to pass more eval. I'm going to pass a lot of evals. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm actually trading with multiple fundeds. And in the grand scheme of things are changing slowly but surely. I went from not being able to make 1% to a week or a day to being able to pass these evaluation accounts in 2 days, right? Making 6% 2 days, and then now I'm making upwards to 3K a week from trading. So it's just like I need to chill out. I need to calm down. I know it's a little overwhelming. Taking a deep breath and relaxing. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for the life. All glory goes to the Lord above. Again, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Without him, I would not be able to do any of this. But I got humbled recently, and it's because I haven't been trusting him and his timing and his plan. I've been trying to like do my things my way and try to force them, and it's clearly that shit ain't working, bro. So I got humbled. Gotta keep trusting in him, trusting and letting go. If there's nothing that I like, I don't like it, and I can learn and improve, and it's not that deep. Let's have an amazing rest of our day. Let's have an amazing rest of our week. With that being said, I just want to say one Bible verse here just to center me, maybe 2. I always like to, whenever I'm feeling a little down or feeling a little off, I like to read Bible verses. They really help me, and I'm going to tell it to you guys. Again, if you guys want to hear them as well, great. If not, it's all good. God bless you. You can have an amazing day, but I'm going to read this real quick. The first one I like to read is the Proverbs 3:5. That's the one of my favorite Bible verses, but we're probably gonna end it with that one. I'm gonna go with where is it? Damn, bro, I literally have so many journals. Where is it? Oh, right here. All right, so I wanted to read Romans 8:25. So it says, "But if we hope for what we do not see, we eagerly wait for it with perseverance." When we put it in trading perspective, we don't get to choose when we will see our edge. We have to be patient and have perseverance to see it. That's how I interpreted this Bible verse. Romans 8:25. "But if we hope for what we do not see, we eagerly wait for it with perseverance." If we hope for what we do not see, for example, taking a forced trade. But we hope it plays out so we can pass our funded or get paid out, we will lose. For if we hope for what we do not see, we eagerly wait for it with perseverance. You have to be patient and have perseverance, and then it will come. But if we're just in a hopeful mentality and we're forcing something, it's not going to work out. But if we persevere, stay faithful and patient, then it will happen, right? So that's how I interpreted this Bible verse, right? So I put many times I haven't waited with perseverance, and I have inflicted my own will, and I have lost and have gained anxiety and a clouded mind. And we will be rewarded when we submit. When you take a forced trade, we are reminding ourselves we do not have trust or faith on our edge or our future opportunities. Always trust and surrender, right? So recently, again, I have been waiting with perseverance, but then what has happened? I haven't also trusted the fact that I'm going to see it again. I'm going to see it. I'm going to be able to get it. So that means why? Because I'm inflicting my own will. I'm not fully submitting, and that is the reason why, right? So now, again, that's one of them. That's one of the Bible verses that I like to look back on as well when I'm forcing or doing things. I need to stay faithful. I need to stay hopeful and wait and be patient, and I have to do it with perseverance. It takes a lot of strength, mental strength, but the best thing is that you get so much satisfaction because you waited, and now when you saw it, you took it, and then you won. And that's the most beautiful thing about it. And there's going to be times where you wait and you take it and you lose, right? But then when you keep trusting and you say, you know what, God, I trust you and your timing, so nothing else matters to me, that's when you'll see it. That's when there's going to be a change. Because more oftentimes than not, you will win. Again, so now, in order to do this is one thing. This is one of my favorite Bible verses. I put Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. This is one of my favorite Bible verses. I know it goes more. It says, acknowledge him in all your ways. Acknowledge him in all your ways, and he will set straight your paths. I believe the rest goes. Sorry if I'm butchering it. I believe this is how it goes. Acknowledge him in every way, and he will straighten all your paths. He will straighten your paths. So I put right here in this journal, I put, we must trust our edge. Once you see your edge, all you have to do is have good risk management. No need to inflict our own will. When things aren't clear or price does something that puts our edge in a disadvantage, no need to put on risk on the table. All we have to do is lean on our edge and trust that it will provide. We have to be patient. And we must not lean on our own understanding because we do not know better. We will make mistakes and can cause us to be emotional and go on tilt, right? And this is kind of how I put on both, right? I'm not saying my edge is God, but if you put it in everything in life, because if you grab Bible verses and you apply it into your everyday life, into your finances, into your relationships, into everything seems a lot better, and it becomes easier to understand things and kind of surrender and let go, and you understand that you're not in control of everything, that you actually don't know anything, and there's a man above that actually controls everything, and he's guiding us in everything we do. But in order to be able to see that, it's through submission and through worship, right? When you worship, there's a sense of, when you submit, there's a sense of worship. Like, that's how I've seen it. Again, in my church, when I talk about, when the pastor's talking about, like worshiping is like what you do on your everyday basis. So if you surrender to God, if you add little actions, these are things of worship, right? So same thing as trust. We have to have our faith in the Lord, right? He wants to help us. This world is for us. So what do we have to do? Trust in him. And same thing, if you want to see results, what do we have to do? Trust in your edge. Again, if you force a trade, what's going to happen? Things are not going to go the right way. So it's like, if you try to force, you can't tell God what to do. Hey, God, I need this to happen. Sometimes, no. Sometimes it's not going to happen. Why? Because there's something better. Sometimes there's going to be periods in your life where in trading, I don't know if you guys can relate, where you're seeing everyone around you winning. They're taking trades that you're not seeing. You're like, damn, why didn't I see that? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? Why? And you feel so like tired. But again, only God knows why that happens. and you have to trust his timing, because sooner or later you're gonna be the one, just like me, bro. Like I'm catching all these trades and I'm doing the right thing and I'm being patient. But at the same time, look what is also happening to me as I'm catching all these. I'm also making small mistakes. I'm also doing this. I'm also doing that. So in order for me to get to that next level, what do I have to do? Fully submit, fully trust. And when I make a mistake, it's okay, because when all I have to do is fully submit and trust more times than not, right? And that's what's gonna get me to the next level. And that's something that it takes skill, it takes a lot of perseverance, it takes a lot of character, and you build character. So that's why I'm so grateful for everything that I do in my trading. I'm so grateful for it, because I need all this to happen in order to get me to that next level. So when you put yourself in standpoint, and honestly, now that I'm talking about like God and everything, I feel so much better. Because, and I can't even breathe, even breathing feels lighter, bro. Because truly, man, the only thing that matters out here is literally trusting in God, trusting in his timing, putting him first in everything. That's the only thing that's going to get you that satisfaction. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter the 10K, 20K a month. It does feel good for sure. I'm not saying it doesn't matter completely. Money does matter. Everything that you have to do in life, again, like the clothes that I have on right now, it costs money. To eat, it costs money for sure. I'm not saying it doesn't matter. No, for sure. And having money feels good. Like, it does feel good. But the only thing that's going to bring you the true satisfaction, is the most satisfaction, like nothing else, is God. So that's why whenever I feel down, I go to God, right? I'm like, God, I feel like ass right now. I feel like like a complete idiot. I feel like, why is this happening to me? And then I look back and I'm like, and I look out in the grand scheme of things, and I become grateful. And I'm like, actually, I'm grateful that I get to go through this, because what am I complaining about? Wow, I still made almost $2,000 on the day. Like, I still made money on the day. I still did good. What am I? Oh, it's just because, well, I wish I would have made that little mistake, because I would have made more. Oh, I wish I would have done this because I would have made more money here. Oh, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done this better, because I would have been more up on the week. I would have been up like 8K, 9K on the week now. So it's like, okay, I see I see where I'm coming from, but at the same time, it's like, okay, like, it's not that bad. These are just 2-3 trades that could make that switch. But how can you make that switch? By trusting. And then you're gonna catch multiple trades. So it's like, we tend to focus so much in the smallest thing that in reality, when you look at the bigger picture, it's not that deep. So again, I know I'm ranting. I know I'm going on a lot about, I know it was trading, my mental fog in the week, and then I brought it into like scripture. But that's what I do. This is full raw emotion, full raw trading journal, and this is what I do. And I'm just so grateful. So again, I hope this like helped you guys as well. Trust in the Lord, trust in your edge, and surrender. This is just one trade. This is just 2 trades. It doesn't matter. Again, at the end of the day, we're gonna see multiple trades. It's just you against you, and that is all it is. You have to learn how to trust. You have to learn how to surrender, and everything will be fine. With that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing the rest of your trading week and amazing trading day. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's trade recap. Let's end the week strong, bro. I'm so ready for it. We're gonna have an amazing week. All right. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.